welcome back to my channel, Govind English Teacher. Today, a great personality is with us. He is Haris Pradapti from Nagpur. He's a regular speaker. Today, we're going to talk over the topic.
Our actions speak louder than our words.
So, here, the action is more important than our words. So, generally, people, our students, always try to imitate others, imitate the elders, imitate teachers, imitate the parents, because they imitate only on seeing their actions. But many a times, what had happened, no, elders or teachers, they say something, they want to make them to listen. They follow only basing on our actions. So, in this kind of juncture, I can say that our actions are more powerful than our words. Okay, I'm hand out to the topic to our Professor. Please respond
Thank
on
you
the
very
topic.
much, sir.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than word, and I have 100% believe in this philosophy. I have seen so many people, they do talk a lot. They always believe in a talk, but when it comes to action, they don't take an action. And I believe the philosophy they have and the action, if they would take, they could definitely implement and they would be successful in their life. But only problem with them, with which they are unable to take proper action. They have amazing ideas. They are pretty well, they in the context of their imagination, they are well knowledgeable, but when it comes to action, they are unable to take that a proper action. Now, we have to understand why it happened. There are multiple reasons, but significant reason we have to understand. Number one reason is behind that people do over analysis, and if anybody would do over analysis, the possibility to not take action would get enhanced. That is one of the reasons, because they would think about what kind of the loss would happen to them, and that's why they are unable to take a proper action. Number two, when it comes to take an action, what people do, people take an advice of the people, those are failure, or those people who don't have kind of experience of their particular field. If they don't have experience, then how they can give proper advice? It won't happen. In this sense, we have to understand these two aspects are well enough to understand why people unable to take proper action or give their proper contribution toward action. Now, let's say doesn't matter how much knowledge I do have or how much well talker I am, but can I implement this all thing in my action? Let's say even I would implement my action, so what would happen? There would be a two-way. Either I can fail or I can get success. But the fact is there would be enough possibility to get failure. So can I live because I have been afraid to get failure? Not at all. Because if I would take action, at least I would learn something. Let's take an example of Edison. When he was asked a question, you were failed so many times while invention of bulb. Then he said, I was not failed. I was not failed. It was the way that I found which couldn't work. It means what? Your actions can show you proper path, and that proper path would work for you. So this is how you have to work upon your any action. Now, why people are believe in talk a lot? Why people do believe in word a lot? Because social media, they are just watching videos. Let's say it does matter a lot what exactly you have been doing. Means there are people, those are making videos and earning money, isn't it? You are just watching. So what would you get? It is going in your input. What would be output of that? Definitely, you must watch video. But can't you give 10 minutes, 5 minutes? In this is, I am not talking only about YouTube. Anything in your life. What is about your output? Where are you spending that all knowledge which you have? So let's say if I am reading, it is my input. If I would write, that would be my output. Let's say a speaker who has been delivering his speech, he has been telling people, and you are in an audience, you would clap. But why don't you ask this simple question to yourself? Till when you would clap only? Don't you feel somebody should clap for you? If you feel that, then you must be speaker. You need to face audience. If you want to do something in your life, so this all thing, what you have to do, you have to take an action. And how you can take an action? If you would break your comfort zone. If you would break your comfort zone, then definitely at the beginning you will get lots of problem, but later on everything will be solved. And as everything will be solved, everything would become a game for you. It would become a simple journey for you. It would become a simple process for you, because it would be a piece of cake for you. Why? Because you are involved in that particular thing. You would become a master. So that's why it has been rightly said, actions speak louder than words. Doesn't matter what do you speak, but it matters a lot what do you do. I would like to give you last an example. What happened? There was class going on, and that class, Guruji said to all students, today we would be going to organize an essay competition. Some boys or girls, they have one prize. They wrote amazing essay, but that wrapper of all gifts, they just throw in a class. And one last bencher, he just pick up all wrapper and throw into dustbin. Guruji said, you were thinking, your word, what you read, that doesn't matter. I was wrong. Because in practicality, a boy who pick up that wrapper and put it into that dustbin, he has been just implementing. He is 1,000 times better than you all who wrote best thing on paper, but in practicality you have been
Yeah.
doing nothing of that. So this does matter. That's why it has been rightly said, actions speak louder than words. Even you are not good speaker, it is acceptable. You are not able to speak, it is acceptable. But what exactly you have been doing in your life, that does matter. So take action immediately, whatever you are doing or whatever you are thinking to do. So overthinking is the cause of, because you have not been taking action since long. That's why you are doing overthinking. So that's what I would think, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for your great words towards the topic. And so, before we teaching, before we preaching, so before we catching the minds of the children or students, we must put into practice, because students or children are, they are the greatest imitative animals. They always try to imitate what our actions are. They don't listen. They don't follow our words. They simply listen. They simply follow our actions. So that is then. And being elders, being a teacher, being a facilitator, being a mentors, we should be like an example. We should set an example so the other people will follow. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
for
sir.
your
Thank
great
you.
words, sir.